N.U.B.Y. N.U.B.Y.net.
Any of the thoughts and opinions shared on this show belong solely to the members of the cast. This is not a reflection of our families, friends, or employers. These are just our thoughts and views and aren't intended for anything further than entertainment and information for our viewers and listeners. N.U.B.Y for life. Thank you. Welcome to episode 11 of the N.Crowd podcast. As always, I'm your host, J Love, aka Fly95, and I got the gang here with me. Starting off, I got Eric Bernard. How you feeling, man?
Chilling,
Yes.
man. Love is love.
Yes, sir. Mac Tay, what's the word?
Man, chilling, man. The Mac is back. Nah. I was trying to follow E, man. That's all. Nah.
Jack Mac, what's going on?
What's going on, y'all?
Man, it's a pleasure to have almost the whole gang back, man. Last week, if y'all checked us out, man, we ran a three-man weave. We got Eric Bernard back, and I know we had a couple topics last week that I know will be at least one for sure that'll be near and dear to E. So I'm gonna make sure when we get into music, man, we let them reflect on one of our topics, because like I said, we talked about B.I.G., man, and it ain't right if I can't get his input on that. But to kick things off, man, how was y'all week, man? How has it been since last time we've been on, man? We want to kick it off.
Man, it's been a couple of long weeks for me, man. But I do want to talk about this bowling event that Say the Children did sponsor. It was an event at AMF Bolero, and we our team actually won. Shout out to Numbers Don't Lie. Say the Children was a huge sponsor in that. That was the Save the Children's team. So Numbers Don't Lie. We had 3 guys, 2 girls on there. So we did the dang thing. Shout out to Numbers Don't Lie, man.
Man, that's what's up, man. Sticks, how was your week, boss?
It was pretty good. Just working in the gym. I've been, sparring a little more. Yeah, I got tapped up. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So, I just got to be better this week.
Man.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I got the hands put on me by my doctor, man, this week, man. I had a rough doctor's appointment this week, man. Hey, man, I gotta start following in Stick's footsteps, man. My doctor said it's all bad, man. He said health is wealth, and I ain't getting to it right now. So I gotta get this exercise in, man, at least 4-5 times a week, man. I gotta do like Mac Tay said, man. They told me I gotta cut them sodas out. So I will be getting some of them poppies. What is it? What's the soda we said we was gonna get? Poppy.
Yeah.
Give me some of them poppies so I can kind of wean off of these sodas, man. I gotta get it together, man. I wasn't doing too good. I ain't had that clean bill of health like I wanted. So I gotta bounce back, man. Mac Tay, man, how was your week? Oh, what?
Man,
Even if you just do
stuff at the crib, Fly. You can just do stuff at the crib. You ain't even gotta go to the gym if you know what I mean.
Hey, the sad part is I got a whole Peloton bike at the crib. So yesterday I renewed my I renewed my membership yesterday. So I'm gonna get on starting tomorrow. I'm back on there, man. I got a whole bike, everything already at the crib. Mac Tay, man, how was your week?
Well, speaking of health, I was going to physical therapy. We old over here. So I called myself trying to get back to hooping on Monday, and that didn't work out too good, So
what?
Yeah.
What? Hey, you got out there, man. What you do, man?
Yeah, we got out there and got right back off of there too. You know what I'm saying?
You got to stretch, man.
That's what the key is, So I'm just trying to test it, trying to see if I can still run and everything. But man, like you said, we getting old. But I'm trying to stay healthy though.
Now, I told people last time, like, the more people watch this show, they going to start putting together our origin story. So, for the people that don't know, E and Dante are, like, out of my circle of people, these some of, like, the coldest hoopers I know and used to hoop with. Like, they hoop. I used to just come because I was their friend. But, like, between them two, man, them 3-on-3 tournaments, stuff like that, man, them dudes used to go, man. I don't know that's why I'm surprised Mac Tay got back out there. And if y'all heard the story last week, I got introduced to Mac Tay. I got introduced to Mac Tay trying to dunk on me in the game with 21, man. So to hear that he ain't got it like he used to do, oh, it's all bad, man. But man.
We used to have a mean pick and roll, man. We was damn near like Stockton and Malone, man. Like there's a lot of parks, a lot of gyms we done took apart. And we done wrecked some shoppers at, man. Like that was a big deal. But Tay never played more than 3 games either way, because whether he was killing or having a bad game, 3 games and Tay was done. He said, "Yeah, man, I'll wait till we go to Wendy's. Wait till we go to Wendy's."
You know.
So you getting back out there next week, Tay, or this week?
No, I'm done. I signed my pink slip last week. That was probably it forever. It's my boys want to do some hooping. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to prove, bro. I done did my fair share of basketball and scored on a lot of people, but it's over. I signed my pink slip, bro. It's over.
Nah, that was the perfect segue talking about hooping with the boys. Wait, it looked like he was gonna say something though. What's you gonna say?
Yeah, I think the boys coming up, Tay, man, you gotta at least be close to the game a little bit. I know you gotta be close in the backyard putting shots up,
that's about it,
man. Because
that's about it.
We
bro.
all got little boys, man. So we really gotta be. I told myself I'm really gotta get back in at least to get close to the game so I could talk to them. Not huff and puff too much if I'm putting up a shot. So we definitely got to get back out there. I got a nephew that's really getting it. Go ahead, Sticks.
Not only that, though, I recommend, y'all got sons, teach them combat skills too, though. They got to be able to defend themselves. So,
Facts.
So that's y'all like executive producing this episode right here, because y'all saying the perfect segue to the first topic right here. I love it. So recently, Marvel actor Anthony Mackie got a lot of backlash for some comments he made when he was on the Pivot podcast when it came to fatherhood and parenting. He was talking about his sons. So I'm just a recap. I ain't got it word for word, but he basically talked about not buying his sons expensive items so they don't get too caught up on like the those type of things, but then also raising his sons to be respectful and overall raising his sons to be men. And when he said men, he talked about that he felt that it's an attack on just the straight male in America, and it's attack on masculinity in America. Hopefully I ain't throw off that word. And so when he said these things, of course, it threw people off, because you got some of the people that feel like, boys can cry too, and they should be in touch with their emotions and this and this and that. And then you got the crowd that agree. That's like the manly mans. That's like, I'm going to raise my son to be tough. He also mentioned he wanted sons to be protectors and guardians, and when he not at home, they the men of the house. So I wanted to get y'all takes on that, and it's cool because y'all kind of went into some of them things already. Like I said, we got a couple fathers on here right now, but then we also, we grew up as men, so we can also reflect on our upbringing. Anybody want to kick it off with their comments on that whole idea?
Yeah, I'll kick it off.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely seen that clip, and I agree with him. The world is getting soft, and they are trying to like demasculine our males. Like, he didn't say nothing wrong. You can't be soft. Like for example, like what I pay attention to is anywhere you look, you will see like some women empowerment. But when it's some men empowerment, they quick to label you misogynistic or cancel you. They don't want that type of content out here for young males, for our development. But they have everything for women, though. So that's how I don't agree with that.
I'm kind of on the fence. Kind of on the fence, dog. Like as a youngin', I kind of grew up as moms, pops kind of drove me the right way. You know what I'm saying? Don't play no games. Respect people. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. So that firm upbringing was really important to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in the hood. Shout out to 4100 block, and moms and pops kept me off the block, right? They was like, look, we don't want you turning into this and turning into that. Everybody around me done did some time, done did this and did that, and that kind of kept me on the straight and narrow. But on the same hand, it's just like I feel like moms and pops didn't do no adapting to the time frame, right? Because I had older parents and whatnot, so kind of letting in some of the customs, like versus Fly. I used to go spend the night over your crib. You know what I'm saying? Mom's was a little more
Mm-hmm.
lenient. My mom had to call your mom, like, hey, is Eric gonna be over there? You know what I'm saying? Like, what we gonna do? You know, I was kind of embarrassed, kind of shy, but that's just a testament to say that moms and pops didn't play that shit, right? But and the reason why I said I'm on the fence is because now I have a little guy. I got a boy now, right? So like my wife love for me to be like, oh, give your daddy a hug, give your daddy a kiss. And I'm like, man, let me pound this little nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me some love, bro. Because I kind of want him to be tough. I want him to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like Stick said, we be sparring, we be fighting. You know, he only 1.5, but we be on the bed, slap boxing and fighting and whatnot. I'm trying to breed that toughness in him, right? So I just not to say that I want him to be, you know, either way he gonna go in life, but I want him to see toughness when it comes from daddy. You know what I'm saying? I want him to see like, hey, daddy, this is daddy how I handle things. Nobody was gonna talk to daddy like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? So now when he get to looking, because when I get to raising him, I look back at how Pop raised me. Like, did my pops wasn't, I couldn't hit my sister. I couldn't ball up a fist and swing off on my sister, but I could fight my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Pops, like, hey man, you know, so I gotta, when I'm looking for definition, when I'm looking for direction of how I raise my kids, you have no choice to look back how you were raised, right? And I don't want that to be him to raise his sons that way. So, like I said, I'm on the fence. Tay, while you was tripping, what you on?
I don't care who the fan. I'm raising my boys to be men. Boys kiss boys kiss girls. Girls kiss boys. Y'all know what I'm saying. But but listen though. And then also, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to raise them to be no bullies and nothing like that. But I have no emotion. But I'm trying to raise them to be, you know, like you said, like young men. So basically, I mean, y'all, he talked too long. I forgot what I was about to say. So
you really didn't have nothing to say there.
I had a lot to say about that, but you was talking too long, so I forgot, bro. So
I don't forget shit. I got
in terms of my stance on it is like kind of like E said, you always look back to kind of how you was raised yourself. And I think like with my dad, I like feared and respected my dad almost as much or more than I love my dad. And it's crazy to say that, but that was just how my pops moved all the way until my parents got divorced. He was like super no nonsense. He was the disciplinarian in the house. It was kind of like whatever he say go. And it was just like, it is what it is when it came to him. Like, it's just that. It was never no, like, I can't remember my pops ever just asking me like, oh man, how you doing? Like, you know, just ever caring. It was just like, hey, it was more, you had a good day? All right. Yep. Like, it was just real, like, straight to the point. Not really no ever, couldn't even think of trying to like question anything he ever said. Like, but that was just how it was kind of back then. And it wasn't kind of like now where people are kind of, I won't call it an agenda, but people kind of want you to be in tune with emotions and things like that. Now, I'm a father myself, 2 boys and 1 girl, but it's different with me. If you know me, you know, like my 2 boys are diagnosed with autism. So that whole parenting is different with them, to where some of the things that I would usually instill on boys, I'm instilling that in my daughter. Like, hey, you a protector in this household and you got to take care of your brothers, like your older brother and your younger brother. Like, she by default got to get some of that, because they might not have them tools, at least as of right now, to pick it up. In terms of them, I teach them, yeah, don't hit each other, this and this and that. But she know exactly what I'm saying when I'm saying, hey, make sure that the door is locked when we leaving out. Make sure you ain't calling your friends when I ain't in the room. I want to know what you're talking about on the phone or on your iPad or FaceTime. Like, she getting all of that. Take care of your mama, clean up behind yourself. Like, she get kind of that tough love by default, because I know that she gonna have to play more of that role the older that she gets, depending on how things pan out with my boys. But in terms of the things that he said, I agree completely, especially with like I won't say it's an attack on masculinity, but I think it's more so when it comes to Black masculinity. You can turn on the TV and find like a white masculine hero or main character in a TV show or in a movie, and it's harder to find that with a Black leading role, because like, take for example, when they started, what's the show that I stopped watching? With The Chi. Like, when The Chi first came out, I was like, oh, this is nice. But then as it progressed, all the straight Black males turned out to be like villains. or they had something wrong with them, and then it'll be like, you know, the gay black male will be like the hero or something, or they got it together. And it's like little things like that start popping up. P-Valley come out and they get you with the trailer. You like, oh, this finna be a show about strippers. Then you start watching P-Valley and it's like, oh no, this is a story of gay men. There's strippers in the background.
Uncle Clifford be Clifford, you know?
Yeah, like
hey, I got a question on that.
You know what I'm saying? What's that?
Let me ask you a question. So, like, you think these people are pawned in this world? Like, you know, like every Tyler Perry movie come out, you know, the black male is, you know, is frowned upon. Basically, they doing something like just bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at all of them, the black male is always the one to get is the villain, like he said, and get attacked at the end. And then, you know, the Will Packer movies, all these movies, you know, if you look at the people that's, you know, so-called our leaders, they are the one, like Oprah Winfrey. I mean, she ain't got no kids, so, you know, she basically, you know, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Will Packer, what's the other one name? Lee Daniels. I mean, them the ones that's putting the image out there of black males, and they are you know, are not taking away our masculinity, you know, whatever how you pronounce that word. So I think that it's a attack, you know, against black men, if you think about it.
Like, if you go back, they it's all like almost a ploy to just disrupt the black household, the black family. Is if we can make the black male look like he's not needed, or the black father is not needed in the household, we can break apart these families, meaning that it ain't a whole bunch of 2-parent households. These families won't never have the resources and the economic resources, let alone to progress and to do better. So like, it's always like kind of like a play, kind of like a split and divide type of thing. Divide and conquer is, hey, let's geek up, let's power up, let's shout out this black woman. You go, you independent, you this and that, you don't need no man, to the point that they really start feeling like that. And meanwhile, let's mass incarcerate these black men too, and not let them get opportunities and make them look like they too aggressive and do all these things just to even make that gap bigger, while these other cultures around us got their households together. They got mom, they got dad, they doing everything that they need to do, where we kind of fighting from a deficit in a sense. So it's a big thing. Like when you said you think it's a plan, I think it's, you know, some behind closed doors agendas about all the things we see on TV, I think, and we hear in music get filtered by some people that's way up at the top we probably would never, ever come into contact with. So they only making sure we see certain images and hear certain type of music and content out there. So it's definitely not a coincidence.
Is Kanye really crazy?
Oh, have mercy.
I think, ooh, that's a tough question.
I think what I'm saying.
West
does, like, because he said that, you know.
He does crazy things. Yeah, he knows how to do some crazy things to get his point across. I absolutely don't think he's completely crazy. I don't agree with the way that he deliver all his messages.
Yeah, his delivery is messed up.
I think he got a reason that he's doing certain things and trying to, you know, get attention and you know, ruffle a couple feathers on purpose. But no, I never say that he just completely crazy.
I think that brings a good point though, and it kind of brings it full circle, right? So like, when you're dealing with a dual parent household, you're dealing with two families, right? So like me, just from my particular instance, you know what I'm saying, I'm raised in the hood, right? I'm raised in the hood, strong mom, strong black dad. You fall, you scrape, you fall, do something, you better put some water on that shit, and you'll be all right. Get up. Say, your dog, my dog limping, or my dog sick. We ain't never took my dog to no doctor, you know what I'm saying? And we never gave my dog anxiety pills and whatever, regardless of what it was, whether it's negligent. Now I'm older, I understand things, but whether I'm just saying in comparison to how we were raised.
Hold up, E. Dante, you ain't never took no dog to a veterinarian.
Yeah, we take our dogs to the,
I'm talking about, that's he talking about back then, the way you grew up. Yeah. I ain't never seen somebody taking a dog to the vet.
Yeah. He just trying to be troll. He the biggest troll. He the biggest troll on our show. Just let y'all know. He the biggest troll on our show.
He said that was animal abuse.
Yeah. He trying to get me hung. I love all the animals, man. I love the people, man. But in comparison to my wife's family, right? My wife's family is a little more loving, little more eat dinner together, little more let me hug you. My mama ain't hugging me like that. My mama show love through another channel by taking care of me, providing for me, whatnot. My mama was never no hugger, no kisser, and it is what it is, right? So then that's what I seen growing up. So I don't hug and kiss my kids like that, which I should, but which I do. But I'm just saying, like, it all depends on your family dynamic and how you were raised and what you look at, how love is being viewed or displayed, which goes into the parenting and whatnot. So it just brings a full circle. And that him saying Kanye kind of said, hey, Kanye was raised differently than you know, saying Kim was. So he don't want his kids doing things a certain way, and she probably does. So it's no, you gotta, it's a fine line of respect there. Boy, this dude gotta be the biggest troll in the.
No, I'm just saying, look how she got famous. Like, you know, she got famous from.
We talk about fatherhood, black fatherhood and child, and you trying to sip your tea.
The upbringing, though, bro. So if the upbringing, she got famous for what? What we talked about last week? She got famous for that. You know what I'm saying? She threw that ass on TV. She got famous for throwing that ass on TV. And Kanye, you know, grew up different. So that's what I mean by, so she don't care about, you know, exposing her kids. You know, Kris Jenner exposed her kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying about that. You know, look how she was raised. I wasn't trying to troll,
yeah,
bro.
I feel you. No, I feel you.
Yep,
It's just how people raised.
It's yeah, silly. But hey, so transitioning into the next topic. Even though this incident happened over a week ago, it's still like kind of making headlines. So that whole LeBron versus Stephen A thing, we didn't have Eric here with us on the last episode when we kind of gave our initial thoughts on it. But I'm thinking over some time, did anybody change their stance? I know we kind of lean more towards Stephen A got a job to do, and hey, his son is in the league. He can report on it.
Yeah, go ahead. My fault, Fly.
What was you gonna say?
Okay. So I seen the clip where Stephen A. he was sitting on the couch and said, anybody got a problem with what I say? Step to me. Say something to me. You know what I'm saying? And now he playing victim role too. So, I mean, what LeBron did was kind of, you know, I mean, kind of, it still was weak, you know. But anyway, Stephen A.
that was weak. That was weak.
Yeah.
You feel that was weak, Tay?
Go ahead. I want you to talk because I got something to say. Go ahead.
So I'm just curious. So as a parent, so like we saw the entire person LeBron, like every different facet of LeBron. When, like, if you got smoke for somebody or you got feel some kind of way and you see them, you know what I'm saying? Everything go out the window, dog. Like, it's just like, oh, no, let me tell this nigga a piece of my mind right now. Yeah, it's probably the you know, mics and the world watching and whatnot, but he just was on some dad stuff. Like, look, fam, you can affect a lot of money for my son, right? Now, true, one will say, oh, LeBron, you a millionaire, you good for life or whatever. But he also trying to, just like all of us, we trying to pass our legacy on to our kids, right? And we trying to build generational wealth, and it is what it is. And a huge slander from Stephen A. could really affect his whole career, whether he good or bad. Now, LeBron, in my opinion, I don't remember what y'all said, but in my opinion, he used his presence, the image of LeBron, because everybody, did y'all see Stephen A. the next day, all mellow and quiet, like, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't feel that this happened, you know, this, that, and the third. Like, he had some, LeBron had influence right there. You ain't never heard Stephen A. come on national television and be all somber like that.
Say what he wanted to say, but when he got no Gilbert Arenas,
because LeBron get people fired.
Hey, so if I'm a daddy that can get people fired, and I got influence and I got a presence, I'm gonna use it in every scenario. Fly, if your kids at a school and you gonna go in there and say, hey, if they don't go to your school, I'm a principal. I know this needs. Oh, they gonna treat your kids a little differently now because they know you're a principal. You know what I'm saying? And they know you spoke on
and do. You know
what I'm saying?
Okay,
hey, hold up.
But E, how could you say that? Because, I mean, he's a professional now.
Exactly.
So all that dad stuff kind of out the window. So, I mean, he got that NBA contract. He ain't above the program. He can get talked about.
I agree. Now,
so,
I think it's,
why do Stephen A. got to apologize for journalism?
He also get paid handsomely to be a journalist, right? So as a journalist, you can say certain things and certain things you can and cannot say, I'm assuming, right? But I just think he just came to him as a man. Like, I'm sure they got each other number, or I'm sure they can get each other number. It was emotional. It was an emotional response. It was definitely emotional response. And it was a response that if I see you on site, I'm saying something to you. You know, like I can say like say if I got into it with my man Hayes, or I got into it with Mac Tay, and I say, hey man, Fly, I know I shouldn't say this, that, and the third, but I see him at Walmart. Come on, fam. I'm gonna say something to him right now, and my emotions as a man, as a person, is gonna pour out my pores instead of logic being at the top of the list. In my opinion, like that's just me.
Now I wanna real quick intro everybody. Jay Hayes just joined us live on the broadcast, but I want to give my kind of like my take after everybody then kind of had a week to look at it. And I like even when you talked about how somber Stephen A was when he initially made that comment, but then Dante kind of brought it up too. Once he shifted the environment and sat on that couch with Gilbert Arenas, his whole tone and everything shifted to like just talking like crazy, back loud, this and that. But my whole take is this. I think two things can be true. Like what y'all saying about him coming to him as a dad, but then also Stephen A doing his job as a journalist is if you're going to report that Bronny is averaging 0.3 points and 0.3 assists, that's all fair game because he is a professional. So you got to take that. But at the same time, the average, and this is coming from somebody that watches basketball, the average household can't even tell you the names of the number 1 and number 2 draft picks this year.
I can't.
Or tell you what they doing. Like, I would have to look up, like, let me Google it real quick. So the fact that Stephen A is putting this emphasis on the 55th pick, it is kind of bogus. And you only doing it because it's Brian's son. But, like, I'm pretty sure, like, I couldn't tell you nobody that got drafted in the top 10, honestly, that's killing and what they stats looking like. I see Bronny on TV and more talk about Bronny than all them first round picks. And
because he sees LeBron's son.
And the people that got picked around him. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
influence is real, man. Influence is real.
Dudes, man.
Now let's turn the coin a little bit. Let's say somebody, like for instance, somebody is not, or All-Star weekend came up, right? And somebody need to get voted into the All-Star game or to the dunk contest or whatnot. Stephen A got enough influence to say, hey, put Jericho Sims in the All-Star, in the dunk contest, man. This man doing this. They run a little 15-second segment, and that influence and changed the game. Now people looking at Jericho Sims. So in that same token, if you put some negative light or positive light on somebody, he got enough presence where he can start changing the game, putting more people eyes on this person. And that's kind of how LeBron, in my opinion, that's how LeBron was probably speaking for him. I ain't talked to LeBron, obviously. I didn't talk to him, so I don't know, because he shot me a peace sign once. I ain't talked to him, because I don't act like I don't know him. Right? I don't know.
You're crazy. But now, like one of the knocks on not just Stephen A, but ESPN as a whole, and it came recently from Barkley and them over at TNT, is ESPN glorify the Lakers. Like anything they got to do with the Lakers, they always reporting on it, this and that. Where the top team in the East is the Cavs, in the West you got the Thunder. They don't get hardly no coverage. Everything is like what the Lakers doing, what Brian doing, what Luka doing, what Bronny doing, and it's like I think Bronny catching some of these strays just by default because ESPN, same way as in the NFL, they do that with the Cowboys. When the Cowboys ain't even like in the running to be the best team, you gonna hear about the Cowboys all the time. They I
think about the Marcus too, Jay. Nobody care about OKC. Nobody want to live there.
That's true.
Nobody want to live in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? So of course
that would be a terrible finals.
Right. That the bigger markets are gonna get the more exposure. And like Tay said, like we try to push these cats to the finals, man. We'll have a better view from the audience if we see the Lakers, and you know, I mean, even if the Lakers playing something, even if they playing Cleveland, they'll still ratings will still be better than OKC than Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? So I get where it come from, and Bronny is a professional now. You know what I'm saying? He's a professional. Brian has to understand that. Like, man, you went through it. You know, when you came in the league, fam, you just was you really that dude, though. But you know what I'm saying? Your son is a professional, and I understand you want to protect your son, but he's a man. Like, you know, he's a young man. Let that man have to go through this criticism. And D-Wade said it perfectly. He said, you got to have criticism to get better. So, I mean, Brian course, is his father, and he wants to say what he's gonna say, or he want to protect his son. But at the end of the day, man, everybody needs criticism to get better. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the microscope is just on Bronny so much because he, that's LeBron's son, and he has to fill those shoes, which he probably never will. You know what I'm saying? But it's just part of the territory, bro. Like even Jordan's son still get flack today for not living up to his name. So it's all a part of growing and being and especially being a professional, bro. So
yep. And then going back to that GOAT debate, Brian definitely winning the daddy part of the GOAT debate when it comes to him and Mike. Because Mike's son out there with that booger sugar.
Yeah. He a cocaine sniffer. He a cocaine sniffer.
Mike's son out there doing them lines. But
so I mean,
he playing with two white girls. He playing with the white girls. Both white girls.
Games, man. He trying to be a different GOAT. But now I knew like the whole fatherhood topics and reflecting on LeBron was going, have us in some nice back and forth in Discord. But now we gonna lighten it up a little bit with the high school track takedown. So it was a Virginia high school track athlete that's facing a misdemeanor charge right now because it's a viral video of her running in a relay race with a baton in her hand, and she cracked the girl in the head in the middle of the race and gave her a concussion and sent her off of the track. So the competitor, who was from a different high school, said that she was diagnosed with a full-blown concussion and a possible skull fracture. Did any of y'all see that video? See that clip?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Y'all buying it was an accident?
No.
Couldn't be.
She was mad, bro.
Like they was at the finish line, bro. Like,
yeah.
She need to go
They
to
knew
jail.
each other. It was something personal, dog, because they blocked each. Oh, girl said she was blocked on Facebook or blocked on Instagram, whatnot. It was some background issues, dog.
No, I heard old girl blocked her from going in front of her the first time, and then when she passed her, the one with the baton that hit her got salty and hit her ass.
Yeah, she need to go to jail. They need to take her ass to jail for that.
Yeah,
She was on the news crying like, I didn't mean it. I know the intentions in my heart, and I ain't buying.
I seen her crying, and I seen her crying, and I had went and looked at the video again. I'm like, I don't know how you trying to explain it. It looked like that was on purpose.
It was on purpose, man.
It was on purpose, baby.
Your eyes are not deceiving you, Sticks.
Yes. I tell her she got a good job ahead of her doing loss prevention at a store. Somebody ran up out that store. Chase her down
two or three times. Wasn't it 2 or 3 times? Yeah.
Well, it was one good time.
This is my thing with her, bro. Like, even if it was an accident, you never once apologized. She didn't say my bad for doing it. She don't say she's showing no remorse. She just trying to protect herself, bro. Like, like that. I say as a teacher, them the kind of parents, like, cause her parents in full support of her. I get it. Oh, that's your child. Like going back to the Brown thing, but like, you have to hold your child accountable. And are you
supporting her too, bro?
Supporting her. They had hundreds of people.
A bunch of people.
Like this had to be a crowd of Stevie Wonders, bro, because they didn't see this.
No, Stevie Wonder could see she hit her with it. You know what I'm saying? Eric seen it. Eric seen it with them glasses on. He got on too. You know?
Yeah. You seen it, Eric?
So.
I'm sure I'm a positive presence. Positivity.
Eric, what you gotta say about it? How you feel?
I said how I felt.
Okay.
Yeah.
They wilding. Supported her wilding out, fam.
So her recap on Good Morning America, she said the other girl was touching her to the point to where she was pumping her arm and the baton was hitting the other girl on the arm as she was pumping her arms running. She said she lost her balance and her whole body turned. And when she was pumping her arms and turning, the other girl got hit. I ain't buying it.
I'm not buying it.
I ain't buying it. Remember, who was, now Sticks a little younger than us. Who was the one figure skater, ice skater? Remember the girl got salty at her? Yeah, knocked her legs. Yeah.
Nancy Kerrigan.
Beat the girl legs up. This is like that.
This I was big.
They injured her.
They people went to prison for that.
That was in the Olympics. That was in the Olympics, wasn't it? Olympic trials, I guess. Yeah. That was huge.
Then beat her legs to mush.
Yeah, this
She crashed out.
and she crying and like it just made me think of my days in the classroom when you literally see what the kid done did, and it's like, you like, bruh, what are you trying to convince yourself that you didn't do that? Because I saw what you know what I'm saying? Lord, I saw it.
Hit her with that Urkel. That did I do that?
Snapping those kids when they do that to me. I said, bro.
Oh man. So now we're gonna shift to music news, but to kick off music news, we're gonna play a little bit of catch up first. So last week we didn't have Ian, we didn't have Hayes with us. So a week ago they celebrated the 27th anniversary of Biggie Smalls passing. It's that historic line by Cannabis, the greatest rapper of all time, died on March 9th. We didn't have you two on here to speak on the legacy. So real quick, it was a story saying that you could buy his catalog and own the rights to his catalog for $100 million. And if you wanted the actual physical masters, it was going to be either 130 to 150 million. I was looking and still couldn't find the name. I think it's bought right now. I think a company did buy it. I don't have the right name, so I don't want to say the wrong name. But do you think between you two and I don't mind which one goes first. And also remember, this deal includes his name, image, and likeness. So not just all of his music, but the right to put his picture and anything with his name on anything. Like you can brand it Biggie cereal, whatever you want to do. Do you think 100 and we'll just do the max range? 150 million is a deal for all the rights to all his music and his image and likeness. Is that a deal?
So.
Should I say a deal or no deal?
I'll say deal. That's a deal.
That's a deal?
Okay. That's one of the pioneers of music. One of the biggest. I mean, if everybody talk about top 5 dead or alive, his name comes up in it. Movies. I mean, like, who knows what movies are going to be coming up next? Who knows what deals, collaborations, and whatnot? I think if I had it, I would spend it. You know what I'm saying? If I had it, I would spend it. But it had to be. I would have to have it happen. Yeah, I think that's a deal.
Bracket, so I don't know if that's a deal or not, but if I had it, I'll probably
I wouldn't do it.
See, I was gonna say Mac Tay said that it ain't worth it because he only had 2 albums, and he said the image of Biggie ain't like attractive to the ladies, so you can't really throw his face on a whole bunch of stuff.
The lady, yeah, what you talking about?
Lord have mercy.
Man, I would spend $2 on that catalog.
Hey, oh man,
that's just come on, don't do that, Dante. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, 100 million is a handsome ransom. I don't know if it's worth 100 mil.
If you got it,
it's gonna be
big. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody scribbling their money up together to get.
I ain't donating $100 million. That's a donation.
See, now
Biggie's 100 million. How much is Too Shorts?
Too Short ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
$15. My last $2.
You can't stop rapping on that Life After Death album.
They gonna raffle. They gonna raffle shorts off.
Oh, you can keep it.
He said they're gonna raffle it. Now, my reason for saying I would do it is because I know, like what Tay saying is true. You're not gonna get a whole bunch of music, but if you doing that marketing and you can do like music placement, think about if a brand new like blockbuster movie come out and you let them use Hypnotize in the opening credits or something like that. Like, dude, you eat off of them checks forever. Like, as big as a movie be, anywhere you place it, like, you can make some money off of it. I'm not as much of a businessman to know how much you can flip it, but I think you almost can break even at the very least. You're gonna make 100 million if you using the stuff the right way. Of course, you can't use it on like a romance movie. You got to find the right place, right commercial, Super Bowl commercial. You drop some Biggie in the background on some. It was all a drink. Like, it depends on how you use it. And you know me, I'm gonna go straight to the kids, man. Biggie on Fortnite, Biggie on Call of Duty, like, cause they already got Snoop. You could get 21 Savage on Call of Duty, man. I'll be throwing Biggie on some of all this stuff for these kids. Cause then you go by default, they gonna go back like, man, Daddy, who is this character on the game right here? And then they pop, oh man, that's Biggie. They gonna go back and stream it. So then you creating that loop where you gonna keep on. If you using it the right way, I think it's a deal. Me personally, I wanted Hove to have it. Because I think it's rough for Diddy right now. I think if Hove had it with Rock Nation, I think they could flip that and do some things with it.
Talk to him, Fly. Talk to him, Fly. He used all his likeness any other time.
You said he ain't have enough music.
Nah,
Tay said it was only because it was just 2 albums, and he said he didn't look. He wasn't a ladies' man, so you can't
like he
throw his
ain't
face
appealing.
on nothing.
Biggie ain't appealing,
Yeah.
bro. I mean,
Bro,
that's why I said you got to thank Puff Daddy for that. Puff Daddy kept that legacy alive. It's all because of Puffy.
Do you go to like Urban Outfitters and those types of places? There's a million Biggie T's in there. It don't matter how you look.
Yeah, they sitting there too.
Yeah, no, they not.
No, they not. No, they not.
I ain't never seen neither one of y'all wear a Biggie T-shirt.
I got a couple Biggie T-shirts
I got
in there.
plenty of
I ain't
Biggie
got
T-shirts.
You probably cut the grass in it.
I ain't got no too short. Well, you hear me? That's what I don't got. With a whistle. Blowing the whistle, goddamn.
All right, the next part of catch up. Last week, we gave our top five underrated rappers. So these is rappers that don't commonly pop up in people top 5s and things like that. So of course you can't use like a Jay-Z, a Biggie, a Pac, and like none of them. But we got a lot of comments of people was dropping names, and I even seen something. I was like, dang, I might shift mine a little bit here and that. But Eric or Hayes, what's your top 5 underrated rappers? So it can't be like big household name people.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna go Twister. I'm a big Twister fan.
Yeah,
I didn't even think of that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Twister. Like Twister, man. We got so many memories off Twister
we do.
alone.
Yes, we do.
You know what I'm saying?
You right.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Homecoming night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna put Webby. I'm gonna say Webby. I'm a big Webby fan. That first Webby CD, that Savage.
Classic. Yeah.
Lord have mercy, classic.
Okay,
classic, dog. I was just
okay.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Baton Rouge, man. I'm gonna be in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in Baton Rouge in a couple of weeks, man. Shout out to Baton Rouge, man. Let's see. I'm gonna mess with my boy Chainz. I'm a 2 Chainz fan. Huge 2 Chainz fan.
Okay. Okay.
Chainz, Webby. Let's say Twister. I jam with Fab real hard, man. I'm a Fabulous fan.
That was one of the ones I think if I went back, that's who I was going. If I updated,
that's an honorable mention.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's an honorable mention for sure.
I think E list 4 for 4. I wouldn't debate nobody on
that's a good list.
So
E. I thought you were finna go way left field, but that's a good list though. E.
And then
you need one more.
The last one hard, bro.
Ooh, like I might have to do like. Ooh, I don't know, man. Come back to me, boss. Come back to me.
Okay. So he did 4. He got a Mount Rushmore. He just did 4. We'll come back to E. Hayes, who would yours be?
I got Fab and I got Chainz on mine too.
Yep.
I knew he was gonna say Fab.
You know I gotta have Fab on there, bro.
I knew he was gonna say Fab.
And I don't know if this would qualify, but Tory Lane's so cold, bro. And I don't think he.
I hate Tory Lane.
Well, no, I would say he does because he don't come up in no GOAT talk. I ain't never heard somebody say Tory Lanez was the GOAT. So yep, you could use that.
But what I like about Tory Lanez is he can flip it. He kind of got that Drake effect where he can rap and spit real bars.
He be rapping.
He got Chicks tapes. I don't know if you heard the Chicks tapes, bro.
Mm-hmm. Where he remixed the old R&B songs.
Yeah, them heat.
Yeah. Tory Lanez is one of them dudes for real. I only had 3, bro.
I was gonna say that's just 3.
Yeah.
Can I say something real
Wale
quick?
Or Jeezy. Wale or Jeezy.
No,
it's like,
that's what
Jeezy too big though. Jeezy too big.
So Wale then. Wale then.
Can I say something on that though, real quick? So I was reading the comments and somebody put Jeezy in there. I was finna bring Jeezy up. Remember you was asking like the biggest when it came out. Jeezy had a hell of a rollout too, man. When he came out,
that's what I'm like.
Jeezy. Yeah, Jeezy was big for his first 3 albums. That was like he was a major.
Jeezy was one of
rapper.
They said Jeezy was arguably the only person to come out with 2 major record label deals simultaneously. Remember, Boys in the Hood was signed to Bad Boy South, and he was signed to Def Jam at the same time when he dropped. So Jeezy can't be in your underrated.
Jeezy don't count. I put Wale in. Gucci Mane. Wale thing.
I got Big Sean. Big Sean one of
There
mine.
you go. There you go. Okay.
Sean.
Okay.
He really nice.
Man, these some nice lists, dog.
And you know
some
what?
Nice
For the first time ever, I listened to Freddie Gibbs the other day. Dog,
I said that.
I said that. Yes.
I was like,
Rabbit.
for real, like, and I was wondering why, like, when all this beef come around, like he be around so much controversy, but I'm like, I couldn't give. But then I started listening to the nigga music. I said, "Oh, niggas respect him on the rap level."
Yeah, he rap.
Nice. He nice. So
now they think he a clown though. They think he a clown because he did some suspect stuff on the internet. They said they said some pictures of with the But rapping wise, hey, he cold.
What do you do?
Nice. He nice.
So like he knows. So like I ain't gonna compare him to Joe Budden, but like all the chicks he messed with bad. But one of them had him in a bad position. It took some pictures of him. He was getting ready for some butt play.
Wow. He had a role on. He had a role in a 50 Cent. He had a.
Yeah,
TV role
he was on Forrest. He was out of Gary, Indiana.
Forrest. It was really good. It was pretty good too. He was pretty good.
He could act. He was on this other comedy that was on too. So yeah, he I don't want to say the whole package. Pause. He got many talents.
Yeah,
but, Freddie Cold. So now that was the catch up part, and I knew I wanted y'all input on that. But now let's get into today's music topics. Big topic. Playboy Carti, after a 4.5 to 5 year wait, released his album. It was initially supposed to be titled I Am Music, but now it's just they shortened it down to Music. A lot of people thought he was pump faking when Midnight hit, and it didn't drop after he had made all these appearances this week. But it came out around like 4:45 in the morning. It came. I want to get the old man take first. We gonna start with us. Did any of the old men check it out? Mac, take you go first.
Listen, man, that album made me officially know I was old, man, because I put that album on just to hear what everybody was listening to, like what this big fuss is, and I was like, throw this shit out the window. I'm like, man, I couldn't even get into none of that, man. I'm like, dude, this is terrible. So, and I never want to be that old guy to be hating on the young guys and be, give them some play. But I'm like, man, I felt like my daddy, like, man, turn that shit off. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know an album trash when you go ahead,
E.
You know an album trash when you riding in a car and you look down and you on like track 12 and you didn't even know it was track 12. I'm listening for the Kendrick Lamar verse because everybody be sending me like, you hear what Kendrick said? So I was like, damn, nigga, put a damn title, put a damn feature name on the track list, nigga, so I could jump right to it. So I'm playing through it, like, oh, God. Then I'm like, I heard a nigga that sound like Kendrick Lamar, and I'm like, nah, that ain't that nigga. All right, what song am I on? Show them 12. I say, oh, fam, they can keep it. It's 30 of these joints. Oh, you can keep it, fam.
It was too much. Like I was driving in the car listening to it, and it was like random ass sounds. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I'm thinking, I'm like,
Shocks, 2 bunks.
Nah, I knew it wasn't for me. I was
cool
riding.
on it.
Hey, my wife, we was riding in the car, and she just stopped talking, and I looked over, and she was just staring at me, and she was like, this what you like now? Hey, I said, hey man, we do the podcast. This is a big album. I at least gotta try it. And, I said the same thing that he said. I said, man, Kendrick Lamar on here. That Kendrick on here. I gotta hear what he's. Hey, I didn't know where to find it at, dog. I had to pull out my phone at a red light and Google, like, man, what song is he on? I jumped to that. I heard the verse. And the verse he wasn't enough to just keep me listening to it. Then they said he owned like 3 or 4 songs. Like he got that verse on one song, but then he doing ad libs and hooks on others. I was like, man, I don't know. I heard Future voice though on the song he was on. I could pick Future out. I was like, okay, this song
on there too.
He started off going hard with Future. And then he get on there.
Future on the first song?
I'm like, oh, no, I got to turn this off, bro. I can't.
We gotta hear what Jack Mac got to say.
No, Future at the beginning of the song he on. It ain't the first song, but yeah.
I was like, damn, I didn't even hear that shit. Okay.
Yeah. All right, not the floor is yours, Jack Mac.
Man, hey, I'm on the other side of the fence of all y'all said. So, man, hey, I've been having that on repeat the whole 30.
That's crazy.
Oh, 30?
So, I'm be real. I was late on Cardi. Like when all them SoundCloud rappers came in, I didn't know where to start. You know, they was kind of strange, so I stayed away from a lot of them artists. So Playboy Cardi kind of like lasted out of all of them. So he was still so relevant. I'm like, man, let me at least try to check the music out. But by this time, this was Vampire Cardi. So when I checked it out, I wasn't liking none of that. It just sound like Hayes said, he just screaming and just making sounds. So this is the first Cardi CD that I like, and it's a star-studded rollout. You know what I mean? He got The Weeknd on there. He got Pluto on there. Kendrick on there. I mean,
Travis Scott on there.
Gang of people. Travis Scott. I think, remember, y'all don't like music for the vibes. Like that's for the vibes. Like, and
what vibe?
Something else I noticed about him, like he rapping all different kind of voices.
Yeah.
He rapping all different kind of voices.
Yeah. It sounds like somebody was just trying to agitate you when you driving, when you listen to it, like you should stop.
Yeah. I feel y'all.
It's giving
y'all see what Kanye said? Y'all see what Kanye said about?
Yeah, that's I was gonna say that's the next point what he just said. So Kanye got on Twitter and he said, let me pull up his tweet. He said that I don't like Kendrick. Wait, let me skip the part. Where's oh yeah, he said I don't like Kendrick Lamar's music. He raps very good, but I didn't need to hear him on Cardi album.
That's true.
So Kanye, he don't want to hear that on there. He just want to hear that Cardi, man. But
Kanye
my
put
question is
on there, right? A couple songs, maybe.
I think him and Cardi like tight or they cool because Cardi was on Kai Cenat stream trying to talk about the album, and they posted a thing saying that Kanye tried to call into the stream on some old, hey man, that's my guy on there. I'm finna be on the stream, and Kai Cenat didn't let him on there. So like it was like a back and forth where he was like, hey, who you telling no to? Yeah, like Kai Cenat stood on it. Yeah. Kai Cenat stood on it and didn't let him come on the stream.
Where's the stream at?
Right.
Kanye crazy, dog.
Kanye rollout is something major. He got that new album about to come out called Bully. I think everything that he doing is leading up to the rollout of that album, and he better deliver because he lost 90% of us already.
Yeah,
like,
he lost me. Yeah, he lost me.
Man,
the past few albums I ain't been feeling because I'm like it sounds like AI to me. Like it don't sound natural.
one of them Vulture albums is decent though. I don't know if it was one or two, but it was some tracks on one of them Vulture albums that I did like.
The first one is
man,
valid.
I ain't like none of that shit.
It might be.
Me neither, bro.
See, Sticks, I thought you would like that. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
First one was
I
valid.
couldn't get into it, man.
I got some of that Yeezy stuff, that Yeezy stuff coming in. If y'all want it, I'm selling it. I don't want it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of mine, man.
I got a hoodie, 2 jackets. If anybody want them.
I hope you don't got the swastika shirt.
No. It was
oh no. Ooh.
That's why I'm telling my joints. He went.
Man,
I can't do it.
Hey, y'all, but I do agree. I do agree with him that about that Kendrick because I mean, they pushing.
You agree
Kendrick
with Kanye? You agree with Kanye? With what?
With the Kendrick situation, bro. Yeah, because I think they pushing Kendrick, man. You know, to the fact that I know we talk about Drake a lot, but just because Drake did so good over these years, they just trying to find something that can challenge him, and they pushing him over the top because all Kendrick music now that TV off and all that. He never made music like that. Now he chasing that sound, you know what I'm saying? And, cause you see that's where everybody like, oh yeah, he good. But before you listen to that Big Step of Mr. Morale, man, that album was trash. Damn was good, but it didn't sound nothing like this. Pimp Butterfly was the worst album I ever heard.
Not trash, bro.
Nah, I think
I agree.
Yeah, I didn't like the Pimp a Butterfly either, but I think the Mr. Morale was like a concept album he was trying to do on that one. But you're right though, it's hard for me to say he chasing that sound because he ain't put out. This is his first music since the album, and the stuff on that Cardi, that song didn't sound like GNX. That sounded like some crazy stuff. Like I don't know, man. I could.
Can I maybe comment on that?
What
he said about now? Remember he said about Drake going to Atlanta trying to stay relevant.
Yeah.
I mean, because him and Cardi ain't got nothing in common. He shouldn't be rapping with Cardi, bro.
No,
So
he
what
You
he
tell
doing?
me.
They both
You tell
weird as hell.
me.
So I think they got
They
that.
said he had some creative control over this CD.
Yeah, I heard they said
And-
he was executive directed it or something.
And Drake
Yeah.
had that creative control over Young Thug CD too. Right?
Did he for
Yeah.
real? Or you just saying that? I don't know.
Dead serious.
Everybody got quiet.
It's the
Yeah,
truth.
I don't know. I'm just asking. But what stood out to me, and I wanted to ask Sticks because I honestly don't know a lot about Playboy Cardi. Do he got beef with Drake? Because he put all the people on there that seemed like they had a problem with Drake on his album.
I'm not sure.
I didn't know if that was like intentional to put like Future and Kendrick Lamar and Weeknd and Travis Scott and all them on there.
Nah, I think me personally, Cardi is like hella relevant. So, everybody gonna give him them features. Cause they
So
know
he
his
neutral.
bro, the
He ain't-
white
he ain't
boys
in
go
that.
crazy for him.
Okay.
So they know if they
Okay.
get him a feature, the white boys they gonna stream that shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like
Okay.
he got a star-studded features if you go back and look,
Yeah.
man.
So he
He's
like
not even
he
gonna
like
second
that
guess.
So
dude.
relevant. What
Okay.
what makes
Yeah.
him so relevant?
Man, like really kind of just that mosh pit wave, like that rage, all that.
Yeah, white people
Okay.
music.
So he
White
like
the
people rap
king of
music.
that.
So he
That's
like
what it
Travis.
is.
So he like Travis Scott kind of.
No,
Yeah,
Travis Scott
yeah.
music way better than that, bro.
But in
No,
the
I'm
same
saying
lane, though.
I'm trying to make
Tech.
a comparison because
Same
I
lane,
listened to
yeah.
Travis Scott, but I'm trying to see who to compare him to. Okay,
They make
so
that rage
then that makes
music.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So now moving forward, I want to do a quick shout out connected to music. Hometown hero, local hero, Steve the Stoner made an appearance on Kai Cenat's stream this week, showing them how to do the uptown downtown dance. I was saying in the pre-show, I don't know who sang the song, but that's big. Now we from the mill, we from the 414. So to have somebody that's been grinding, and people outside the mill that seen him, he done went viral for that RWS song, that really whack shit, him doing them impromptu concerts, popping up with a microphone and that. To see him make it to Kai Cenat, and it wasn't like they had him in there on Zoom. He like was there at the crib with him doing the dance. So that was a big look. I'm excited to see where that might take Steve the Stoner and some of the exposure that he got from that. So this ain't like one of our topics we debate. I just want to do a quick shout out because that's major, man. That's somebody that used to do music a while back, dude. That's real big, man. So shout out to him. I was gonna ask, since we on the topic of local music, Sticks, we talked about last week. Dante said I was one of his favorite underrated, and Sticks said he went back and listened to the album. I was gonna ask his take, but I ain't gonna let him clown me on this pod.
No, I ain't gonna clown you. Hey, it aged well too for the year it dropped. I've been having it on repeat. I've been having it on repeat for sure.
We got two of my features is on the pile right now, man.
Hey,
Bernard Dawson,
Slim Hustle. It's a
Hey,
Slim
both of them
Hustle.
was talking some gangster shit on there.
It's the Slim Hustle. I was a gang member back in the day, bud.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. So now, last but not least, in music. Well, I got two more things in music before we wrap up, and then we gonna run through sports. Sports ain't really a whole bunch, but in music, last night or 2 days ago, A$AP Rocky made his return to the stage, and he was at Rolling Loud and premiered a new song called All Black, and it caught people off guard. Like, I literally saw this story right before we started recording. The song had a couple lines that caught people's attentions, and it was starting to blow up on Twitter. One of the lines he say, "First you stole my flow, so I stole your bitch." Then he got a line that say, "I ain't J. Cole, I ain't on Drake's side, I ain't on Kendrick's side, I choose homicide, they gonna see a different side." So it's like some Drake shots on there, a Cole shot, a Kendrick shot. Like, I don't know if this is him fresh out of jail. Is this something that, like, is he finna, he gave a thumbs down, and I think I'm kind of in that boat. I don't think he got enough to, like, draw everybody attention, kind of like the Drake and Kendrick thing. I think it's like, all right, I done beat my case. I'm out here. Now I got a tiny bit of buzz from beating that case. Let me just say something controversial. But I don't know. I just wanted y'all to take, do y'all think he even a valid opponent or candidate for any of them? Okay, so the
I think he's a non-factor.
Okay.
He's kind of corny to me.
Yeah, you're right, Sticks. Non-factor, bro.
Yeah, that was corny to me. Saying, I took your bitch. You married her. Nigga, you one. Man, it's like you got kids. Man.
Calling her a bitch.
No, that ain't.
Man.
Well, yeah. Oh, he talking about Rihanna. Okay,
Yeah, you won, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So like you won the ultimate. You know what I'm saying? Come on, fam. That's corny, bro.
Ain't finna get
And that song, damn. I was looking at that song a little while ago. I think that might be like a year old, bro.
Okay.
And I seen some old stuff on there, but I don't know, man. It's corny to me.
How can it be a year old if he just mentioned the rap dude that just happened? Like
what? Well, no, because it could be because think about it. How the time flew. That was a year. Dude, think about it. That was a year ago when we don't like you or whatever, that we don't trust you. When Future and Metro album came out, dog, it's been a whole year.
Yeah,
it's been a year. It could have came out last year.
And he took his chick years ago. You know what I'm saying?
I mean that part true, but I think it's more.
Yeah, look it up, Google it up.
But so I just wanted to see, just in case this turned into a big thing, you know, the in crowd, we do have breaking news, you know, so we report on it as soon as it dropped. Last but not least, I enjoyed when we did that kind of off the hip top 5 underrated rappers last week, because we didn't even have that as a bullet point. That just came up organically. So I do got a fresh top 5 for everybody today. Top 5 albums, real quick. Think about it real quick in your head, get them together. I'll lead off since I knew I was going to ask the question. I already know my 5. I'm going to go with right now. Just shoot them. You know you like them if you like them. You know.
Is it rap albums?
Top 5 rap albums. Top 5. I'm going to go Doggy Style by Snoop. I'm going All Eyes on Me by Pac. I'm going Blueprint Jay-Z. I'm going Aquemini Outkast. And I'm going to go Chronic Dr. Dre. That's my 5. And when I picked them, it's like, what can I just let ride, not skip? Also kind of thinking the impact at the time, but at the same time, just music-wise, was it jamming? And I know people are clowning me for picking Blueprint for Jay-Z, and a lot of people go to Reasonable Doubt, but if it's just my 5 favorite, that Blueprint was so cold to me. The whole introducing them, that sample sound, all of that. And like with Doggy Style, I ain't never heard nothing like Snoop when Snoop came out. True, he was on Chronic.
He had the biggest rollout too.
Album was cold. Man, that Snoop album dropped. And then of course, me being a Pac fan, Pac fresh out of jail, on death row, double disc. I had to put that up there. And then Outkast, that's just Cass. I could have picked their first or their second album. It was a tie almost for me for with them. I had to have something from Cass on there. Anybody bold enough to go second?
I
go.
5
out there.
You know what?
What
I told y'all a couple of weeks. You know, with Dog Pound's Dog Food was one of my favorite. It's one of them. Too Short's Getting It is another one. DJ Quick's Safe and Sound. I love that album. Safe and Sound was so cold to me. And then Outkast. You said Aquemini. I love Southern Playalistic. You know.
That's why I said I could have went either first or second album with me. Southern Playalistic, right. I ain't mad at that.
And then you said Chronic. Man, when Chronic 2001 came out, that shit was so cold, man. That's cold. My top 5 right there.
Albums, bro.
If you need to hold them till next week, I can hold them. Okay, Sticks ready.
I'll go 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Great album.
Okay. I'll go Young Scooter, Street Lottery. I'll go Two Chains. 2 Chainz, Codeine Cowboy.
Hey.
Last but not least, I'll say Payroll Giovanni Stack Season.
Okay.
There's a couple of mixtapes out there that's real cold too, though. Fly. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you could have thrown it in there.
But I'm just going by mainstream albums. But you know, I also forgot to say Future's Dirty Sprite 2. Man, that you can play that thing from the beginning to the end. You know.
Okay.
I got
I'll let you go. I'll let you go, man.
I got Life After. I got Biggie, Life After Death. I got Doggy Style. I got Carter 2. Carter 2 is my favorite Wayne.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go Jeezy, Thug Motivation.
Great choice.
Yeah.
Great choice.
And then my I got an honorable mention. Take Care was my favorite Drake album too.
Okay.
Mine.
That was he.
Mine.
Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah. My bad.
Okay.
Oh man,
we got a well-rounded group. Okay.
All right, I got Kanye on here, man. Twisted Fantasy, College Dropout. I got Kanye got 2 of them in mind.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
I got
Graduation
Biggie.
was
I got
low-key colder,
Biggie's
but go ahead.
Life After Death. Biggie.
Mm.
I also have a Drake album. Probably Champagne Poetry. That album. What's the? Oh no, Certified Lover Boy. Certified Lover Boy.
For real?
Certified Lover
Okay.
Boy.
Mm.
That's crazy.
then,
That's my favorite Drake album.
That's a good
Yeah.
album.
And then one more. Who did I say? I said Drake.
You got Drake, Big,
Two
and
Kanye's.
two Ye's.
2 Years. And I put a Drake. No, not the whole album though. I don't know.
Sure,
I
Drake.
gotta-
Rush. What you know about that, Tay?
It's ass.
I don't know, bro. I
Year.
think that's just score right now. That's a big ass for me. It's a big ass for me.
Okay. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
Hey, can I add one more to mine?
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
say Rick Ross Mafia music, man. I play that
was
straight
cold.
through.
That was cold.
There we
Thug,
okay.
Thug
I ain't mad
motivation.
at
Thug
that.
motivation. Jeezy Thug
Okay.
motivation.
Yeah, that Mafia
Okay.
music was a cold
Yeah.
cold album before he got corny.
Okay.
Corny now, bro.
I mean, he just got old, dog. He just old.
Yeah, but
Russell
he's
just
just
getting
old
old.
and corny now, though, bro.
But it be like a lot of them rappers when they get old, it be like that, man. They just don't connect like they used to.
Old Kanye though. Old Kanye fam.
Yeah.
He a cold mother brother, bro. Like
Mhm.
I connected a lot to dog. Like he was cheerleader prom dating.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He went to Great America after prom like we
Mhm.
did. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like dog. And he was preppy. I went to King. You know what I'm saying? He was
Mhm.
preppy and we was the preppy shit, dog. So like,
Mhm.
yeah, dog. Kanye got 2 of them in there for me.
You can't go wrong. I
Sure.
was gonna sneak in Young Dro album.
Oh
I
man,
know that's proud though, but that almost was gonna be in my mind.
Hey, yes, I forgot.
Yeah.
That was a
Best
cold
thing smoking.
almost-
Best thing smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I
hard.
almost put that up there, but I know that it didn't fit with the rest of mine. But that
Hey,
almost
y'all,
fit.
hey,
That was
hey,
I
almost
almost
there.
put that Webby.
Fly.
I almost put that Webby, my savage life in there.
Hey,
bro.
listen,
Uh-huh.
Young Dro took us through a whole summer. You remember that, man? We was
Dog,
man.
I'm telling you.
Remember we was in Dale's
Dog.
E?
Oh yeah, that was a big. That was.
Oh
That was,
man, if this was a
wow.
different kind of pod, if this was a different kind of pod.
Hey, I had the Impala. Then I had the Impala with the
Yeah,
dub
the
on the
Apollo
tape.
in 22.
With the TV in the dog. With the TV on.
We were bumping.
Man,
We
you
was
couldn't tell me
excited.
nothing
This-
about life, man.
Hey, was that
Hey.
the summer you threw Frosty out the sunroof?
That's a different summer too.
Oh, hold on. That was probably the best Dante story in my life. Wish
Dante, this-
we do we got enough.
That Tay, that's all I'm gonna do about the deals. Remember this? If you know, you know. I can't say that on the camera, dog. If you know, you
Dog,
Yeah, I was
But Mac
tripping,
Tay-
man.
Mac Tay is probably one of the funniest people in
Dog.
this world, bro. If you get a chance to meet this man, he the funniest
Well,
shit inside of the
Hey.
Mississippi River.
No, but I pictured it and it
Hey, do we got 2 minutes? Why? Do we got 2
Hey,
minutes?
man.
Why?
Hey, we'll breeze
No.
through sports. Go ahead. We'll breeze through it. You go
All
and
right,
tell
dog.
the story.
So and now this was just to put a disclaimer out there. This was an old story, right? This was when we was in high school.
damn,
I
dog.
had
No
an
kids.
85 Cutlass. No kids, no wives, no nothing. I had an 85 Cutlass with the moon roof. You couldn't tell me
Oh.
nothing. The Burgundy Boy 85, you could tell me nothing. I probably had like 20 cars since I've been
No,
living.
son-
But anyway,
Now high school. This summer, right after high
It's
school,
after high
before the
school.
waters. I don't think you was in the waters yet, but it was after high school.
you
When you
right,
was working.
you right.
When you was
After high
working.
school.
Rock 10.
You know, we was Rock 10, me and Tay was both just working. We was spending money, buying pellies, getting guests with the pistol pocket, and all of that, dog. So I go pick up a couple of bronies that I knew from school, get them. I got Mac Tay with me. They get into the back seat. We swing the Wendy's, right? So Dante was cooler than a piece of paper bearing my name, right? Dog, he just was in the side of the on shotgun, like, he didn't even say nothing to the Ronies. Ronies getting in the car, he pulled up the seat a little bit, like, get in. Right? And I'm like, whoa, bro. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be cool with the Ronies. So he ride like there. So they damn near like, I don't know if this nigga just a player or I'm scared of this nigga. So he's sitting in the car, you know what I'm saying, just mugging, listening to the music. We pull up to Wendy's. We order some food, whatever. He ordered a Frosty. Wendy's, you know, Frosty's at Wendy's. Shout out to Wendy's for the Frosty. So the lady hand me the Frosty. I give him the Frosty with a straw, right? So he tapped the straw. Wow, put the straw in the Frosty, and the paper is like on his hand. He instead of throwing the paper out the window, he go out the moonroof, right? He throws the whole Frosty out the moonroof.
I'm trying to throw the paper out,
No,
bro.
he tried to throw the straw. He tried to throw the straw out the window. Dog, Frosty hanging, dripping on the side of my car, bro. I see it in the rearview mirror. I mean, the passenger mirror. Chocolate Frosty all sliding in my car. The girls is like, dog, what is wrong with this nigga, man? He reached down. He sit down. He say, give me another one, right? and the waitress right now, like, she dumbfounded. She was like, you just threw it out the window. I'm not gonna give you another. He said, I don't care. Give me another one. Right? I'm sitting here like, dog, we ain't get our food yet. He said, you ain't hear what I said. I said, give me another one. And I'm like, dog, I had to charge like $12.99 to the game. I just pulled off, dog. Like, I had to charge to the game, fam. I had to drop the girls off. The girls got scared. They was like, take me back home. Dog. And he supposed to be the biggest player. And they called him Mac Tater from the Bay, the player from the Bay. Now he was squaring up that day.
Don Swoop from the Brew.
Don Swoop from the Brew. I don't know who that was, dog. I'm sorry, dog. I had to get that off my chest, man.
That's all right.
I got stories. I still ain't got that chocolate. I still ain't got that chocolate off my side of my car. Yeah.
Man, all right. Back to our regularly scheduled program real quick. It was a lot of moving and shaking. We gonna transition to sports. It was a lot of moving and shaking in the NFL this past week. A couple of the deals that happened, DK Metcalf went to the Steelers, Devontae Adams to the Rams, Laramie Tunsil to the Commanders. A couple weeks ago, it was Deebo Samuel to the Commanders, Justin Fields to the Jets, DeAndre Hopkins to the Ravens. Any of these moves like seem intriguing, or you looking forward to seeing any things in the upcoming football season, or none of these look like they're gonna shake nothing? It's gonna be the same old.
None of that's gonna shake nothing. I mean, it was some good moves, but ain't nothing gonna shake. And they gave DJ Metcalf too much money. 5 years, 125 million. I mean, 150 million. Nah,
that's crazy.
It ain't worth it.
Now the rumor is that Aaron Rodgers might be throwing him the ball, though. It's a big rumor that he's headed to the Steelers. You think that's gonna happen?
All they're gonna do is have a winning record and get put out first game in the playoffs, bro. I mean,
Rodgers is gonna retire quick, fucking up niggas. Teams.
I love Aaron Rodgers. He was the best quarterback I ever seen in my life, but I'm tired of Aaron Rodgers now, man.
Yeah, like come on, bro, give it up.
Okay. All right, real quick. What's going on with the Bucks? We always got to do Bucks talks no matter what's going on. Anything? We still looking good? How we feeling?
Man, they on 3-game win streak right now. They beat Indiana last night. Okay. They should have beat Indiana the other day, but I don't know why Doc. Why would you foul on the 3-pointer? You could have fouled him and shoot the free throws.
Don't blame that on him. That was Giannis.
KPJ is the best thing that happened to us.
Yeah,
bro.
he's the best part of the trade. I mean, he's better than Kuzma.
Kuzma
16 points last night,
just a basketball
minutes.
player. I found out that Kuzma don't got no moves. He's just a basketball player.
I said he a human blooper. He ready to any given moment, if he got the ball, he a blooper.
He could score. He kind of like Dante was. Okay, what was his name?
Whatever.
Just a Bucks update. Now we'll end with this quick debate right here. It was a clip that went out with Brandon Jennings, and he was talking to Gilbert Arenas and another guy. I don't know who the other dude was on the clip. And he said that Drew Holiday and Jeff Teague have never been better basketball players than him at no point in their career. They had better careers than him, but they at no point was ever a better basketball player. And he named those two, and the other name I think was Ty Lawson, I think. But it kind of emphasized on Jeff Teague and Drew Holiday. I want to say they either came on the same draft or around the same time, so that's why they emphasized them. What do y'all think about that statement that he made?
I'm just thinking about why they still playing He Ain't if they was all around the same time. You know what I'm saying?
He blew his Achilles though, Hayes.
I think he a better scorer than all of them. He a better scorer than all of them for sure.
He was cold coming out of high school and all that. He was really nice. Like, don't get me wrong.
You know, Brandon Jennings in high school, they had the McDonald's All-American game in Milwaukee. I think Hayes, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Because you was close to the McDonald's. You was close to McDonald's
like,
family.
I get it, nigga. You just, I don't know.
Man. I think he had a better start than all of them. And I say that because remember, he didn't have the grades to go to Arizona. He had committed to Arizona and didn't have the grades. So he went overseas. He was like the first high school player to go play professional ball. So he got that professional ball in to where when he came to the league, he dropped 55 his rookie year in a game where Jeff Teague, if you watch his podcast, he tell you he wasn't really playing like that his rookie year. Like he was sharing time with Mike Bibby at the time as a backup. And I don't know if Drew Holiday came in starting playing big minutes either, but Brandon Jennings was playing starter minutes. Like I said, I don't know. I can't quote it for sure, but I know Jeff Teague wasn't starting his rookie year. So I don't know. It was interesting to hear that tape.
Can I say something to that?
I went to what Hayes said.
Now, can I say something on that? All right, so look at this. All right, so Brandon Jennings was real nice, right? He was cold, right? All right, we can use this thing as T-Mac. People have better careers than T-Mac, but who was better than T-Mac? T-Mac was damn near better than Kobe at one point, but people would never compare T-Mac to Kobe. You get what I'm saying? Just think about it. T-Mac was the top man in the NBA at one time. But to this day, nobody would ever put T-Mac in the top 10.
T-Mac, one of my favorite players, but the reason that you can't compare him is because, and it's unfortunate because the same happened with my real favorite player with Penny. It's like, if you don't got that catalog, it's going to be hard for you to ever be compared. He didn't play the years.
Who can say who's better than T-Mac, though? I mean, even though he don't have the credentials and everything, but T-Mac was really that man.
No, I'm saying he was nice.
He was nice. His game was ugly as hell, but he was nice.
Okay, but like if going back to the... Oh, go ahead, Fly.
No, I was just going to say, if you use that argument, then you got to say the same for Penny, Grant Hill, Derrick Rose. It's going to be a whole bunch of people that you got to put ahead of other people who had injuries that robbed them. So it's hard.
Who was better than Grant Hill?
It's just
part of the game.
Pippen wasn't better than Grant Hill.
But I'm not saying Pippen is better than Grant Hill, but that's part of it. That's how the game go, though.
That's what Brandon Jennings is trying to say, though. Like, they was never better than me. They had better careers, but they wasn't better than me.
The original question is, are they better? I think Brandon Jennings was a more offensively explosive player than Dave probably ever was. Now, Gilbert Arenas was there, but I don't think he was even better than Gilbert Arenas because I think they showed some clips about Gilbert Arenas said he was too little. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Gilbert Arenas was a low, nigga.
I mess with Gilbert. I mess with Gilbert.
And like even Drew Holiday, IQ-wise, you know what I'm saying, size and everything. Brandon was a small guard too. So it's just like you got to look at it like you got to place him. You got to place him in small guard comparisons. Ivos at a you know what I'm saying, and he was not an Ivo. You know what I'm saying? I know he just
got to the league. I was just never really impressed with Brandon Jennings. He had a 55-point game, but beyond that, I don't think he was that good in the league, in my opinion. Like
he's just an explosive scorer. He's just a scorer.
though.
Yeah, I was like. I just never been like a huge Brandon Jennings fan, and you got to win me over. And he never, and I saw a lot of games from him, and he just didn't win me over, bro. Like he was okay, but he just like
what did Monte Ellis have to do with any of this?
I knew he was going to say that.
And now I'm being funny.
We talk about T-Mac, we talk about Monte Ellis.
Nah, that dude used to go to the gym. He was like, Monte Ellis was cold. He cold. Remember he said that at the Y?
Don't say his name.
Mike.
You funny, dude.
Yeah. That ain't got no sense, dog.
Why he just come behind you like, the Pretty Fletcher cold, ain't he, bro? I'm like, who?
That ain't got no sense.
No, we probably could tell a Dante story in every episode, fam, on the low.
Oh, you got a lot of them too. We'll put you on the
display. We gonna make some room for story time moving forward, man. We got to do it. But with that being said, man, we checked all our boxes today, man. Man, what y'all looking like this week, man? What y'all got going on? Hey, we
Man,
all
I'm,
washed up, huh?
I'm actually I head to the Chi this weekend, man. I'm gonna do some partaking in Chicago this weekend. My daughter coming in from Dallas, so spending some time with my daughter.
There you go.
This week, then ended some more. Lay my hair down, let my hair down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Relax in the shot for a little bit.
There you go. Anybody getting out here for St. Patty's Day? Ain't that, what is that? Tomorrow? Tonight? Tomorrow?
Today. I think it's today.
I knew it was something.
I'll get out for St. Patrick's Day if they get out for Juneteenth.
Yeah, I ain't messing with it. They doing like all today, not like on Blackwater Street. But I said I ain't messing with that, man. Like, But I got spring break this week. Thursday, our last day of the week. Then we go on to like our little job retreat on Thursday night till Saturday morning. But I'm going to Arizona Friday, so I'm gonna just be up there in Kohler, Wisconsin for a night. Then I'm going to.
It's a lot of money up there.
Couldn't be on bowling.
It's a lot of money up there. So I'm just enjoying my spring break, man. I'll go back to like the 31st or something like that. So
when you coming back?
Coming back.
I gotta get a haircut.
I'll be on Friday to Tuesday. I'll be back Tuesday.
You ain't coming to bowling? You ain't coming bowling, bro?
I'm coming bowling Friday. Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thursday.
I'm leaving. I'm gonna go straight to Kohler after that. That's what I do every year.
Okay. Jack Mack, what you got going on? Okay. So if we ain't got nothing, for the greater good, man, as always be gooder, because good ain't good enough. Save the children, because you can never underestimate black youth. I was trying to throw something else in there, you know what I'm saying? And I had to rep today. I said, man, let me throw on my children apparel, you know what I'm saying, and cross-brand it a little bit. But yes, sir, man, we up out of here.
Hit the roof, get another one.
When you're frosty, go off the roof, get another one.
Get another one. Frosty out the window. TJ Maxx.
We up out of here.
Say thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.